Hello friends, welcome to this video. Today we are going to calculate the radius of energy of hydrogen atom. Okay, in last video we have calculated the radius of nth Bohr orbit. Okay, so what is that? That is equal to radius of nth Bohr orbit. It is equal to n square h square epsilon 0 divided by pi m e square. Okay, where m it is the mass of electron, e it is the charge on electron, n it is called as uh, or it is value of orbit in which orbit electron is revolving, h it is Planck's constant, epsilon 0 it is a permittivity. Okay, now in this video we are calculating the energy of electron of hydrogen atom. Okay, now so what is hydrogen atom? It is the simplest atom in which one nucleus is there and electron is revolving in a different orbit. Okay, so this electron has a charge e which is revolving in different orbits. So it has a mass, it is moving with certain velocity, that is equal to v, and according to different Bohr's postulates we have calculated this radius. Okay, so this is a charged particle which is suppose this is a charged particle and it is revolving in first orbit. For that it has a negative charge and this nucleus contains one proton, it has a positive charge. So that's why this electron have some potential energy. Okay, due to its motion, it has a, due to its charge it has a potential energy. Okay, also this electron is having mass. What is mass of electron? It is 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kilogram, that is the mass of electron. So that's why it has mass, it moves with certain velocity, that's why it has a kinetic energy also. Okay, so total energy of electron, it is a combination of, what is the total energy? Suppose En represent the radius, it is a energy of electron which is revolving in nth orbit. Okay, it is given by, or it is a addition of kinetic energy and due to position or due to charge on electron it has a potential energy also. Okay, so total energy of electron is given by En, it is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. Okay, now you know that according to first postulate, what is the energy, what is the first postulate? Centripetal force is provided by the electrostatic force of attraction. Okay, centripetal force is equal to electrostatic force. What is electrostatic force? It is equal to E square divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into r square. Okay, okay. Now if you cancel this r with this r square, so it is equal to mv square, it is equal to E square divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into r. Okay, now if I divide this equation by 2, we will get 1 by 2 mv square, it is equal to E square divided by 8 pi epsilon 0 into r. Okay, so this is, what is this? This is the kinetic energy of electron which is having mass m and velocity v. Okay, so 1 by 2 mv square, it is equal to E square divided by 8 pi epsilon 0 r. Okay, so we have calculated kinetic energy. Similarly, if electron has a charge e, actually electron has a charge minus e and it is moving inside the potential. The potential energy is equal to charge into potential. What is potential of electron? It is equal to E divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into r. Okay, this is the potential. If we multiply this with charge, so we will get, what is potential energy? It is equal to minus E square divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into r. Okay, so this is the potential energy. Okay, if you substitute these values in this equation, I will get, it is equal to E square divided by 8 pi epsilon 0 into r. Rn, actually we are calculating the energy of nth Bohr orbit. Okay, so that's why instead of r we put Rn. Okay, now minus potential energy is minus, it is equal to E square divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into r. Okay, this is the total energy of electron inside the any nth Bohr orbit. Okay, nth Bohr orbit. Okay, if you solve this, it is equal to E square divided by minus 8 pi epsilon 0 into Rn. Okay, now this is the total energy of electron which is revolving inside the nth Bohr orbit. Okay, now what is the Rn? It is the radius of nth Bohr orbit. It is given by n square h square epsilon 0 divided by pi m e square. If you substitute this value of Rn, what we will get? I will write here. It is equal to En. It is equal to minus e square into divided by 8 pi epsilon 0 Rn. Okay, what is Rn? It is equal to n square h square epsilon 0. Okay, so it is equal to n square h square epsilon 0 divided by pi m e square. Okay, so this will goes to numerator. What is it? Is equal to pi m e square. Okay, so this pi cancels with this pi. Pi cancels with this pi, and what we will get? It is equal to minus e raised to 4 into m divided by 8 pi is not there, 8 epsilon 0 square into h square into n square. Okay, so this is the energy of electron inside the nth Bohr orbit. Okay, now so it is equal to, if you calculate or by substituting the values of this E, it is a charge on electron. It has a charge 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb, and mass of electron, that is 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kilogram, and 8 it is constant, epsilon 0 it is also constant. It has value 8.85 into 10 to the power 12 minus 12, and H it is Planck's constant. It has value 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 joules second. Okay, if you substitute the values of all these, and this is the energy in terms of joule, and if you divide this by charge, what we will get? We will get the energy in terms of electron volt. Okay, so it is equal to, it comes out to be, I will write directly here, it is equal to 13.6 into divided by E square electron volt. Okay, so this is the energy of electron inside the nth Bohr orbit. Okay, so if electron is revolving in first orbit, so first orbit, the energy of that electron, it is equal to minus 13.6 electron volt. Okay, so this is the energy level corresponding to first orbit. Okay, so again, if you divide this equation by 4, we will get the energy of this. Okay, so n is equal to 2 for second orbit, n is equal to 2, so second energy level is equal to 3 point, what is that? It is equal to 13.6 divided by 4. Okay, so it is equal to, it comes out to be 3.4 electron volt. Okay, with minus sign and so on. Okay, these are the energies of different energy levels. You can calculate with the help of this. Okay, now suppose any electron is making a transition from higher orbit to the lower orbit. Okay, so in that case energy is emitted, and that is given by difference between that two energy levels. Okay, suppose Ni, it is the initial orbit, or value of n for that initial orbit is present Ni, and energy of that orbit, it is equal to, suppose, Ni. Okay, so initial orbit makes a transition from this nth level or energy level Ni to energy level Nef. Okay, so in this due to this transition, energy is emitted, and that is given by E is equal to H into nu. Okay, so it is equal to, what is nu? Nu, it is equal to c by lambda, where c it is the velocity of light and lambda it is the wavelength which is emitted due to this transition. Okay, now if you substitute, this is equal to, if you write the energy of Ni level, that is equal to, it is equal to minus E square, E raised to 4 into m divided by 8 epsilon 0 square h square divided by Ni square. Okay, and minus of minus, that is equal to plus E raised to 4 m e m divided by, what is that? That is equal to 8 epsilon 0 square h square and n f square. Okay, so it is ni square, here ni n f square. Okay, if you it is equal to hc, it is equal to hc by lambda. Okay, so it is equal to hc by lambda, where lambda it is the energy wavelength which is emitted due to this transition. Okay, now if you take this hc from this left hand side to right hand side, it is equal to 1 by lambda, it is equal to this, both the terms contains em, that I will take common, it is equal to m e raised to 4 divided by 8 epsilon 0 square, h square is there. If you multiply this with that, it will comes out to be h cube into c, and what is remaining? It is equal to, in bracket, nf square minus ni square. Okay, so only these terms are remaining, all the terms which we have written here. Okay, so this quantity 1 by lambda, it is called as wave number, reciprocal of wavelength, it is called as wave number, and it is equal to, if you substitute all the values of mass of electron, charge on electron, and all these values, so it will comes out to be, it is equal to, or this, instead of this I can write on some constant, this constant is known as Rydberg's constant, and it is equal to r, it is given by 1 by nf square minus 1 divided by ni square. Okay, so this r has value, it is equal to 1.097 into 10 to the power plus 7 per meter. Okay, so this is the value of r. This, if you calculated this will comes out to be this. Okay, 1.097 into 10 to the power 7 per meter. Okay, so this is r, that is called Rydberg's constant. Okay, now, so this is a wave number or reciprocal of wavelength that we have calculated here. Okay, now suppose any electron makes a transition, electron can be makes transition from this energy level for n is equal to 2 to n is equal to 1. Okay, so for that n initial n is equal to 2, final n is equal to 1. Okay, electron can make also transition from this level to this level. Okay, or this level to this level. Okay, so these are the higher n values, n is equal to 3, n is equal to 4, n is equal to 5, and so on. Okay, now if any transition which is makes from any higher energy level greater than 2 or greater than equal to 2 to first energy level. Okay, so that transition, it is equal to, if nf is equal to 1, and for any transition which is greater than equal to 1, ni greater than equal to 2, this series is known as, this transition series is known as Lyman series. Okay, so for that Lyman series ni is greater than equal to 2. Okay, so this is Lyman series. Okay, electron can also make transition from this energy level, suppose energy level 3rd or n is equal to 3 to 2 transition, this can also makes transition from this n is equal to 4 to 2 transition. Okay, for this level nef it is equal to 2. Okay, so for that this wave number is given by 1 by, what is 2, nf is equal to 2 means 1 by 4 minus 1 ni square. Okay, for ni it is greater than equal to 3, this series is known as Balmer series. Okay, and if any electron makes transition from any higher level to the 3rd level, this series is known as Paschen series. Okay, so there are different series due to different transitions. Okay, so line is emitted due to these transitions are belongs to if any electron makes transition to the first energy level from any higher energy level, that transitions or that series is known as Lyman series. If electron makes transition to the n is equal to second level, that is called Balmer series, n is equal to third, that is Paschen, n is equal to 4, that is bracket, and so on. Okay, so we will get a different series corresponding to different transitions. Okay, so in this way we get the spectral lines or the series, different series in case of hydrogen atom. Okay, so now we will calculate the smallest wavelength or the smallest wavelength and the largest wavelength emitted due to different transitions in particular series. Okay, now let us suppose that an electron makes a transition from n is equal to 2 level to the first level. Okay, so difference between these two energy level, it is very small. Okay, so if energy is small, wavelength emitted due to this transition is maximum. Okay, so for maximum lambda or maximum wavelength, we take a difference between these two energy levels. Okay, so if you calculate the difference between these two successive energy level, you will get the maximum wavelength emitted by this series. Okay, the smallest or the longest line which is emitted due to this transition is given by. Okay, so for that nf is equal to 1 and ni is equal to 2. Okay, so for longest wavelength 1 by lambda, it is equal to r divided by 1 divided by 1 what is value of nf, it is equal to 1 for this line. Okay, minus what is the value of initial, it is equal to 4, sorry, it is equal to 2 square, it is equal to 4. Okay, so if you calculate this, it is equal to r into 1 minus 1 by 4, it is equal to 3 by 4 into r. Okay, so this is the 1 by lambda wave number which is emitted due to this transition. Okay, suppose you want to calculate the lambda, we will get what is equal to 4 by 3 r. Okay, so it is equal to 4 by 3 into 912. Okay, if you do 1 by r, it is equal to 9, it comes out to be 912 angstrom. Okay, so if you, it is equal to, if you calculate, what you will get, you will get it is equal to 4 times 304, it is equal to, so this is the longest wavelength emitted by Lyman series. Okay, so if difference between energy is small, you will get the longer wavelength or longest wavelength due to that transition, that is equal to 1216 angstrom. Okay, so this is the longest wavelength. Okay, similarly we can calculate the shortest wavelength which is emitted by this series. Okay, for shortest wavelength, electron makes transition from n is equal to infinity to n is equal to 1 level. Okay, in that case we will get, if difference between these two energy level is large, in that case we will get the shortest wavelength. Okay, so shortest wavelength emitted in case of Lyman series, it is given by 1 by lambda, it is equal to r 1, what is nf, nf is equal to 1 minus what is the value of ni. Okay, if electron makes transition from infinity level, n is equal to infinity to the n is equal to 1, so for that nf is equal to infinity. Okay, so in this case we will get the shortest wavelength emitted by this Lyman series. Okay, so it is equal to r into 1 minus 0, 1 divided by infinity is equal to 0 and it is equal to r. Okay, so this is equal to 1 by lambda. If you calculate lambda, it is equal to 1 by r and it comes out to be 912 angstrom. Okay, so the shortest wavelength emitted by this transition or hydrogen atom due to the transition from any higher level, n is equal to infinity to the ground state, or that is equal to n is equal to 1, will get the shortest wavelength emitted by this Lyman series. Similarly, we can calculate the different series or different wavelengths emitted by different transitions or different series. Okay, now if any electron or any transition takes place from n is equal to 3 to n is equal to 2 level, this line is called as H alpha line. Okay, now actually this Lyman series undergoes the ultraviolet region of electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, Lyman series undergoes the ultraviolet region of electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, now if electron makes transition from n is equal to 3 to n is equal to 2 level, we will get this line. Okay, so this line is called as H alpha line. Similarly, if n is equal to 4 to n is equal to 2 transition takes place, the second line is known as H beta and H gamma. Okay, so H alpha, H beta, H gamma, these are the lines emitted by electrons due to transition from n is equal to 3, 4 and so on level to the second energy level. Okay, so this series or this Balmer series undergoes visible region of electromagnetic spectrum, and all these series which are greater than this Paschen series, bracket series undergoes infrared region of the electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, so question may be asked to find the shortest and longest wavelength between any two series. You can calculate with the help of this equation. So this is about different series and different wavelengths emitted by hydrogen atom. Okay, so this is a spectrum. Actually this is the order arrangement of wavelengths, so that is called, it is a spectrum of hydrogen atom. Okay, so we will stop here. In next video we will take next article. Okay, so thank you.